Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Nisse Sauerland. Nisse, we just witnessed the weigh-in for Harlem Eubank. First of all, Harlem sticking their head in. I don't often see that from Harlem, who's often quite reserved.
Well, he got not intimidated. He got basically, he wasn't the aggressor. The Argentine obviously got off the plane in a bad mood and ready to go. Look, he's up for it. Put it that way. And look, I'm looking forward to it. Be a good punch up.
Be a good punch up indeed. There is an issue with the rate right now. Can you tell us what the situation is? Obviously, we know that Urs Kreta pulled out, so the short notice opponent here.
Yeah, look, it won't be an issue tomorrow. That's we'll have a fight, and that's the main thing. Look, we've had a bit of bad luck. I've said, look, as long as we've had our bad luck for this year in March, and that rest of the year goes seamlessly well, I'll be very happy.
I remember when Wasserman came in and you had launched with a number of prospects, and you said, look, they're going to be sink or swim. One of them right now who's swimming is Matty Harris, keeps hoping to keep swimming, but someone that you feel can be a leading light in a few years.
Definitely. He's within... Look, I would say after the summer we're taking for like a youth world title or something along those lines. A lot of people are talking about him. Tyson Fury used him in camp. Joshua used him in camp. Usyk was going to use him in camp apparently. So he's a formidable mountain of a man. He's a big fella who can move.
Your call being a mecca of boxing in England, always looking for good fights. What can we expect to see from the card? Maybe pick out a few fights that are maybe the sleeper fights to look forward to.
Yeah, look, I really like our new signing, Cody Smith, guided by Stevie Smith, who was signed to us about 20 odd years ago. So I've known Stephen for a long time, and Cody's a very, very talented young man. Also, we have Jesse Brandon in his second fight. He's another one who's signed with Wasserman. And look, we're building for the future, but we're also building in the present. So, one of the hardest things is to make champions and stars. And I think with Harlem Eubank tomorrow night, we're getting there with Harlem. We're not far off, and that's the exciting thing. That's the exciting thing about this card.
Are we ready to kind of take the leash off Harlem after this fight? Talk of maybe Harlem wanting the likes of Lewis Ritson, of course, beaten by Ohara Davis. Ohara Davis will look at world title picture, but that type of fight maybe nothing for Harlem should he get through tomorrow night.
Definitely. I think he's ready for a 12-rounder, ready for a minor title. People talked about the British title with Dalton. That's a great fight, but I think needs a bit of time to breathe. There's a lot of good action out there for him.
Someone you're very close to, you're working with, Filip Hrgovic. What's the latest with him? The heavyweight picture is very much moving right now, but could he figure in a fight against Usyk if Dubois maybe isn't ready?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. Is Dubois ready? I'm not sure. We were all disappointed, and we were prepared to, let Fury Usyk happen. Sort of stayed out of the picture. But now it's mandatory season. And we're going to have to push for Filip to get his shot. He's ready. He's ready, whenever. I'm not sure about Dubois. I don't know. His injury looked pretty bad against Lorena. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting times. I would have rather Fury Usyk happened in March or April. But things move on, and I'm sure that fight will happen in the future. I'd still love to see Fury against AJ as well. So let's see.
Confident Hrgovic beats Usyk. Look, a very tough fight nonetheless, but you feel your man gets the win there?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't signed him and worked on him for over 5 years to come into a fight and say, wow, no, actually, we had a bad camp and we, make excuses. No, he's going to win. But Usyk is a very tricky customer. We worked with him in the Super Series, or my brother did. So he's, look, he knows what he's doing. Tricky southpaw. As you saw Filip against Zhang, he didn't look great against the southpaw. So let's see, but I'm confident.
We don't currently know the position of Chris Eubank Jr., whether he'll be taking on Liam Smith in the rematch or taking on Conor Benn. Speaking to Ben Shalom, he said, look, the contract is between Chris Eubank Jr. and Wasserman. What do we know then about Chris Eubank Jr.'s next step? Is it Conor Benn? Is it Liam Smith rematch?
Got to ask my brother on that. I understand he's weighing up his options, and I think Liam Smith is as well. I'm not 100% sure on either.
Fair enough. Is this one for your brother as well? I'm hearing that John Fury has been talking with KSI's team, and they're talking about a potential KSI versus Tommy Fury fight.
No, I can talk about that. Look, it's I've heard about it, and listen, that's a big fight. Tommy Fury is a big name, big name. I'm not sure if the Jake Paul rematch is happening, but I heard Jake Paul's going another route, so that would line up perfectly.
The other thing John Fury said, which was taken of interest, is that Sugar Hill should be fired from Tyson Fury's camp. Do you feel the same sentiment there? Maybe Tyson Fury should go a different way?
I didn't know that. Why did he say that?
Just because during the Akoli fight week, Sugar Hill said that he was there just for Akoli, so John took cadence to that.
That's surprising. It might have been taken out of context, so I can't really comment on that. If he said he's only there for Akoli, then Tyson's the biggest heavyweight star out there, along with AJ, and that's pretty much the whole. Yeah, it's surprising, but I think it could have been taken out of context. That's why I like waving these things in your face. Sometimes it's a dangerous thing. It's clickbait. Things get edited. But it also generates interest. So it's a double-edged sword. Listen, that man there, Bas Barrow's fighting tomorrow night. He is the best, or one of the best. I might get in trouble for saying that, but light middleweights out there, I think he would beat most UK fighters at light middleweight at the moment. He's going to challenge for the European title next. So big things coming from a Bas Barrow. Do you like that subject change there?
Well handled question, Nisse. Fair play to you. Final word then, or final question from myself actually. Look, Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin this weekend. A lot of people saying it's make or break, and where does AJ go from here if he ends up with a loss? Do you feel it's that same jeopardy is on the line for AJ's career here this weekend?
I just, I think it's really shocking when I look online and people are like, oh, AJ this, AJ that. It's like, listen, AJ, without AJ, boxing's not in a great place. So we should all be rooting for AJ to win. Yeah. So, not despite the fact that I really like the guy. He's from near me in London. He's like, to quote him, he's a very humble person. I really hope he wins, and I hope he does a job on Franklin. That's my prediction as well.